All right, so we're going to do some updates and talk a little bit about the exam, take any questions. Um, so uh, let's see, tonight uh, in our lecture, we're going to go over all types of behavioral theories, and it's not my favorite lecture. We don't do a lot of behavioral theory in counseling. Uh, the main reason I go over it is because um, it might show up on your comps or your NCE. So I just picked the concepts out that will appear on those larger exams. Most people who had a psych class in undergrad, they talk about either Freud or behavioral. So you probably had it before. We're going to watch a student video on multimodal and give some feedback. Um, there is no discussion board for this week. You all get a break. Uh, but that's not the real reason is that multimodal will not be on your next exam. So there's no discussion board on it. Um, you should still know it, but you know, um, it won't be on our class exam. All right, how'd the exam go? Questions, comments? Was it what you expected, pretty much? Did anybody have any questions about it? Yeah, Shelley?
It was definitely, I honestly, when you first said, not that you don't know your business or your own class, but when you had first said it's probably going to take you at least 2.5 to 3 hours for each question, I was like, okay, that's a little ridiculous. It legitimately took me 2.5 hours to 3 hours for each question.
Right
And
on
so I
target then, huh?
yeah, I was a little shocked because I was like, oh, he must just be really trying to make you like give as much time. And it really did. I mean, to thoughtfully answer those questions, and to apply the same case study, which you think would be easy, but you really have to completely change tracks of thought and kind of refresh in between because if you just try to bang each one out right in a row, I started to get like mix the theories together and I was like, wait a minute, nope, that's the one I just did. That's not the
That's
one I'm
also why I'm like, do the different theories on different days to kind of
yes.
clear your mind. And, so you're not mixing up the theories.
Exactly. That definitely was beneficial advice. I'm glad that I did choose to listen to Dude, even though in the beginning I thought it was probably not going to like be that bad, but it was. So I appreciate you giving that advice early on. Thank you for that.
Yeah, it takes a while. I mean, I made up this case, but when I was in my master's degree, we had a multiple choice exam and then we had to do a case study after it, like as a second part to the exam. So I know I've taken these. Yeah. What else? Any questions about the exam? Yeah.
Into the dialogue for W. I felt like I wasn't, I mean, I figured something out, but I'm not sure if I,
Like a dialogue with WDEP. Did it seem too simple and straightforward? Because it is. Yeah. Yeah, it's not that complicated, really. Yeah. Yeah. WDEP is really straightforward. All right. Well, let me show you uh, what I've got. So if you look at this week's D2L, um, I have uploaded, it says theory exam 2 sample. I didn't write this sample. This is what other students have written. So it doesn't cover every possibility. It's what these students thought should be included. But I thought they were really good examples of what I consider a good exam answer. So I just wanted you to get another perspective, see what other students have written. I got permission to share these. And you know, it's basically what you know, kind of like what would get an A, you know. But kind of like what's expected. Um, so yeah. So let's see. Yeah, and it's just there's just 3 questions. Some of them have dialogue, some don't. So let's see. Yeah, if there's WDEP, pearls. Yeah. Okay, so that will give you kind of a sample. The other thing that uh, I'm going to do is, let's see. So when I give you feedback for your exam, everybody's going to receive an outline of what should be included for each question, for each of the 3 sections in each question. So it's basically just an outline of points to include. And the reason I give everybody that is, yeah, maybe you don't have to rewrite that question. Maybe you did a great job, but chances are you didn't include everything on my outline. So it'll let you know maybe what you could have included in addition to what you did. Because in order to get full credit, you don't have to include everything, you know. But you do have to include a minimum. Yeah.
I'm sorry, I couldn't get my mute. Just really quick, Professor, I know that you had said if you have to redo parts, you can. Is that just if you really just did not do them at all well, or if you wanted a better grade than what it is, you can redo that part for extra points for that? I'm not sure how that worked.
So remember in the beginning of the class, I'm like, I'm not going to go to a medical doctor that doesn't know the information. Would you? I don't want to go to a counselor who doesn't know the basic information. Uh, so I don't know. Your choice would be a failing grade or an A. So,
Okay, so it's
so
just
I'm
one or the
guessing
other.
yes, you're going to choose to rewrite it.
Well, I mean, I didn't know if you like if you give B's or C's, then if I wanted to bet, if you wanted to better your grade to an A, but it's either pass or fail then.
Well, yeah, I'm not allowed saying that.
Okay, I got you. Thank you.
You know, but because we all have this grading criteria that we have to follow. But I'm not going to go to a counselor that got a B. That means you don't know the information. So mastery learning is about knowing what I believe you should know going into practicum. So, yeah. So, I mean, I don't care what grade you get. I just want you to know the information. Students seem to care about grades more than information. I don't know why. All right, so the way it works is I'm going to grade them this week. And by grading, I mean giving you feedback on each section, giving you an outline of what needs to be included in the section. And if one of your sections missed something or didn't represent the theory accurately, I'm going to say, rewrite it. It's a little easier this time because you got an outline, you got a sample. But that's also why, I require everybody to turn it in on time, basically. It's not fair if somebody turns it in and another student waits for all the answers and has more time. So yeah, you got to turn it in on time and then you get to correct it. All right. Questions about that? So you've got 2 weeks basically to rewrite it. I used to not give any time limit on that, and people would just wait and wait and wait. But yeah, so I got to give you a time limit to rewrite it. If you wait too long, then we're into the next exam, and then you're like all stressed out. I got to write the new exam. I got to fix the old exam. So, yeah. So chances are good you're going to have to fix something. So don't feel like, oh, I can't believe I failed. There is no failure. Yeah.
Theories are gonna be on the next exam, because I have to like kind of work on it as we go through them.
Yeah. So what would benefit you as a future counselor? To apply every theory to Sam. Wouldn't it? No, I'm just going to learn the ones that are going to be on the exam. Not the way to think about this. Yeah. So, but if you scratch off everything we go over tonight, there's not that many left. There might be 4 instead of 3. So you're close already. What else? Mm-hmm.
Process of elimination, how would you apply feminist theory to Sam's case?
Well, just because the name has feminist in it doesn't mean it's not used for males, LGBT. I mean, it's for everybody. I'm guessing Sam got some pretty messed up gender role messages when he was growing up. He needs to make his own. Maybe Sam's gay. All right, what else? All right, well, that surprises me. Everybody's really quiet about this. Maybe you're just waiting to see what comes back. All right. Let's just look and see what other theories we got coming up before the next exam out of curiosity. Oops. I know we're going to have Ellis, REBT. That'll be on the exam. Behavior will not be. Oh, yeah. So there's only 3 theories. So it's REBT, feminist, and family. When I hand out the exam, we're going to go over solution focused, but even though I was really into solution focus for a time, I don't really see it as a full-fledged theory. It's more like a group of really helpful techniques. Yeah. I think that's it.